Welcome to the final video in our Literature Review and Discovery section, From Impact or Invisible. Today we step back from individual techniques to address a fundamental question. How do you organize and retain all the knowledge you accumulate through research? The papers you have read, the insights you have gained, the connections you have discovered, the questions that emerged. Where does it all go? Most researchers rely on scattered notes in various formats, forgotten highlights in PD, F-readers, half-remembered ideas, and sheer memory. This approach fails catastrophically as knowledge accumulates over years. What you actually need is a research knowledge system built on sound organizational principles. Let us explore what that means and how to build one. Video 20. Building a Research Knowledge System. Key Principles. By the end of this video, you will understand the core principles that make knowledge systems genuinely effective versus merely collecting dust. You will be ready to design and implement a system that grows more valuable as you add to it, rather than becoming an overwhelming archive you never revisit. This is not about specific software tools. Tools come and go. Preferences vary. Instead, we are focusing on principles that work, regardless of what specific application you choose to implement them in. The problem is universal and painful. Notes and insights from papers get lost in scattered documents, buried in folder hierarchies, forgotten over time despite your best intentions. You read a paper, highlight key passages, maybe take some notes in whatever format seemed convenient that day. 6 months later, you are working on something related, but you cannot find those notes or remember what the paper actually said. The knowledge exists somewhere in your files. You know you encountered this before, but it is not retrievable when you need it. You have read hundreds or thousands of papers over your career, but you cannot access what you learned from most of them. This is not a minor organizational annoyance. It is a massive waste of intellectual effort. All that reading time produced knowledge that became effectively inaccessible almost immediately. You end up rereading papers you already read, rediscovering insights you already had, duplicating intellectual effort unnecessarily. The knowledge you accumulated through years of reading does not compound, it just dissipates. The solution is a knowledge system built on 3 core principles that actually work: atomic notes, explicit links, and retrieval-friendly organization. Let me explain each one. Atomic notes mean each note captures exactly one idea, clearly expressed and complete in itself. This makes individual insights findable when you search, and linkable to related ideas. Long rambling notes that mix multiple ideas are neither findable nor linkable. Explicit links mean connections between ideas are documented in your system, not left to unreliable memory. When you notice that this idea relates to that idea, you record that connection, so it persists. Retrieval-friendly organization means structuring notes so you can find relevant knowledge when you need it, through multiple access paths, not just when you happen to remember it exists. Together, these principles create a system where knowledge genuinely compounds. New reading connects to existing knowledge and strengthens it. Retrieval improves over time as more notes create more paths to find things. Let me walk you through the process flow for building knowledge systematically. When you read a paper using our strategic reading protocol, you extract insights as atomic notes. One clearly expressed idea per note, complete enough to be useful on its own. You immediately link each new note to related existing notes, making connections explicit rather than hoping you will remember them later. You tag notes with multiple retrieval cues, topics they address, projects they are relevant to, concepts they exemplify, questions they help answer. These tags create multiple paths to find each note later. Over time, clusters of linked notes naturally reveal patterns, themes across your reading that you might not have noticed otherwise. When you need knowledge for writing, thinking, or planning research, you search by multiple paths: topic tags, project tags, linked concepts, or questions you are trying to answer. The system grows more valuable as it grows larger, because more notes mean more connections, and better retrieval through more access paths. This is fundamentally different from traditional note-taking where notes simply accumulate and get buried. The impact of a well-designed knowledge system transforms your research capability in multiple dimensions. First, nothing gets lost. Every insight from every paper remains accessible indefinitely through multiple retrieval paths. Second, unexpected connections become visible. As links accumulate, they reveal patterns and relationships across your reading, things you would not see otherwise. Third, writing becomes dramatically easier because relevant knowledge is actually retrievable when you need it, not locked away in forgotten files. Fourth, your thinking improves. Externalizing knowledge in structured, linked notes clarifies your understanding and extends your reasoning capacity. Fifth, accumulated reading genuinely compounds. Each new paper you read connects to everything you have read before, building an ever richer web of knowledge. Sixth, collaboration improves because your knowledge is structured and potentially shareable, not locked uselessly in your individual memory. Seventh, you become a better researcher over time as your knowledge system captures your intellectual growth. Let us consolidate today's key takeaways for building your knowledge system. First, use atomic notes. One clearly expressed idea per note. This makes knowledge findable and linkable across your system. Second, create explicit links between related notes, so connections do not depend on your fallible memory. Third, organize for retrieval with multiple access paths, tags, folders, links, and structures that support the various ways you will search. Fourth, let AI help throughout the process. Use AI to suggest potential links between notes, generate appropriate tags, and surface relevant existing notes when you are reading or writing. Fifth, commit to using your system consistently. Knowledge systems only work if you actually put knowledge into them regularly. The investment pays off exponentially as your knowledge base grows. Remember this principle that should motivate your system building. The goal is not just capturing knowledge in the moment. It is building a system that makes your accumulated lifetime of reading permanently accessible and usefully connected. Every paper you read should make you smarter, not just temporarily, but permanently. A well-designed knowledge system ensures that nothing you learn ever truly gets lost. Today's insight can connect productively to questions you have not even formulated yet. The system is an extension of your mind that does not forget. Build it thoughtfully, maintain it consistently, and watch your knowledge compound in ways that scattered notes never could. The complete guide to building your research knowledge system is in Impact or Invisible on Amazon. It includes templates for atomic notes, linking strategies for different research types, and workflows that integrate knowledge capture with reading and writing. Thank you for watching this complete section on literature review and discovery. In the next section, we will explore ethics and responsible AI use, essential knowledge for every researcher working with these powerful tools.